I'm here with Jez and Rosie from Prism Start, and first of all, congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Jez, we start with you. Can you give us a brief overview of what Prism Start is all about?
So Prism Start is all about helping homeless, vulnerable and ex-offenders to get back into work. I've been in the industry all my life, and when I was young, 15 and a half, was leaving school with nothing, didn't know what to do. I had one great company who engaged with me and helped me all my way to where I am now. So, you know, we've got 2 or 3 businesses now, but it's work ethics we're trying to sort of portray over and get working with the homeless and vulnerable and ex-offenders for the last 8 years. It's great fulfillment to see these people actually going to work and engaging with fantastic employers. And these employers are so happy to actually have people who want to work, and to collaborate with them is fantastic.
And Rosie, you know, Jez mentions the homeless, ex-offenders. They need an opportunity, really, don't they?
Yeah, so we also think, me and Jez especially, that everybody deserves a second chance in their lives, and so they can stop reoffending and they can merge in the society.
And Jez, in terms of how the process works, then when do you sort of get in contact with these people? Perhaps ex-offenders is a good example of when you sort of make contact and start working out where they would perhaps be a good fit in terms of employment.
So I work with various different prisons, but I'm actually chair of the Employment Advisory Bureau, EAB, at North Sea Camp in Boston. But I work sort of nationally, really, and we get referrals from the prison coaches and probation officers, and I keep in touch with all the employers. So when employers are looking to take people on, I look at what kind of vacancies they have coming up and match them up with people in the prisons. So I would sort of work with the prisoners around about 12 weeks before they're released, and get them ready for society, get them the interviews. Most of the interviews are done online as on Teams with the employer, and the employer then would engage with myself, give them a work offer letter, and before you know it, they're out. And instead of reoffending, which is another big thing that we do on, it stops reoffending, stops homelessness, and gets people back into work.
And you mentioned before about schools and or colleges working with young people. How important is it to get that real work ethic sort of driven into them at a young age?
Extremely important. It's vital that the youngsters from sort of 12, 13, 14 years of age onwards actually know about work ethics and getting into work. So if you want something in life, you've got to work for it. And to actually keep out of trouble. I'll give you a great example. You know, one of my businesses, you know, had a bit of trouble with some youngsters, not being the youngsters they should be. We caught them, and they were really, really upset, and they said they were sort of bored and nothing to do. So I actually didn't prosecute them. I didn't do it. I actually gave them work experience at my hotel, and they are fantastic. And we've got a great big write-up in a local paper of how Jez and Rosie Prism Start changed my son's life from actually going into prison. We stopped it. He didn't go, and now he's doing absolutely fantastically, and he's now 17.
And with examples like that, Rosie, and of course what you'd see from ex-offenders and the homeless now into employment, how wonderful does that make you feel to see people taking advantage of that second chance, as you mentioned before?
It's feel very good inside as well, because we got so much from society and we wanted to give something back. So it's feel really good. Wonderful.
Yeah, and I mean, Jez, in terms of once they're in employment, it's good to keep track on them as well and make sure that they're supported and everything's going okay. That's key as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like any other employee, to be honest. We make sure that they're looked after and that the employers also get the assistance from us. I've worked in hotels and restaurants, and all my life, and I've worked for myself for nearly 15 years now, and to actually help the ex-offenders and homeless and vulnerable, and the employers as well, because the employers equally need some help as well. So we track them, make sure that the good working relationship between all of them, and it's brought some great results. Some impeccable people have changed their lives for the better.
Yeah, really life-changing work that you two are doing. It's brilliant. Well done for everything that you've done, because it's fantastic to see people who just need another opportunity being given that opportunity. But congratulations on your award to both of you, and thanks very much for speaking to us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.